What's up, YouTube universe? So I'm heading out of town right now on vacation. I'm going to be going to Nashville, Tennessee, and then Atlanta, Georgia, and probably be going about a week and a half, and then I'll be back in Louisiana. So by the time this video comes out, it'll be once I'm already back. It'll just be kind of, video along the way here and there, hitting a bunch of stuff, but a collage of just different footage from different things, I guess, along this vacation. So I don't know what to expect in the whole video. I'm gonna go do some things, while I'm in Nashville, and throughout the rest of the trip. So I'll try to take little videos of stuff, or whatever I'm doing, and like I said, just mesh it all into one travel video at the end. But yeah, stay tuned to see what all happens on my vacation. Maybe something interesting or cool will happen. And I know I really haven't had a chance to post, the regular videos, the reselling or anything like that. I dropped something here and there just to try to stay somewhat active. I've just been so busy. But when I get back, we're moving into the last quarter of the year, and you all know, if you've watched the previous videos, that I have that goal to have the death pile completely cleared out, or at least listed. I know it's not all probably going to be sold, but my goal is to have everything in the death pile listed. And I think the last time when I, did a count, I was like 180 something items still. I haven't really made much progress. I've been going places like trade days where you can, pay to rent a booth and set up. I've been doing that on the weekends. Trying to sell face to face some of the stuff that's breakable. I feel more comfortable with. Selling that stuff, hand to hand rather than shipping if I can. But as far as, listing and doing all that stuff, I'm really behind. I have not had a chance. So when I get back, I'm going to have to really get down and, get busy to make my goal to have everything listed by the end of the year. But this video is not going to be about that. Like I said, it's just going to be a travel video, and I don't really know what to expect. And just stay tuned and see what happens, and check in with you here in a little bit. Just want to show you all this. This is the bridge, I-10 bridge, going over Baton Rouge. And yeah, you can see I got a little snack, a little barbecue burger there at the best stop when I stopped in Scott. But when you cross this bridge, you're in Baton Rouge. You can see the water tower over there saying Baton Rouge. Oh, now traffic's gonna stop. You can see they have like this industrial area, plants and everything. That's the port over there. It's the Mississippi River coming up. See the port and all that. Traffic's usually pretty bad over here. It's like always. And if y'all can see over there in the distance, past all that machinery and past those ships on the other side of the Mississippi over there, that's Tiger Stadium. That's where LSU plays. That's LSU's home stadium. I will be going to an LSU game. They're playing in Nashville. They're playing the Vanderbilt Commodores Saturday. So I will be going to my first LSU game this year. It won't be a home game. It'll actually be my first away game. The only other time I've ever seen LSU play besides at home, oddly enough, or coincidental, however you want to call it, or coincidental, I watched LSU play in a bowl in Nashville. It was the Music City Bowl. There's the state capitol over there. I don't know if y'all can see that building that's taller than the rest of them over there with the pointed top. That's the state capitol. But yeah, they played the Music City Bowl one time in Nashville, and oddly enough, the team they played was, there's a better view of the Capitol, we're stopped now. The team they played was Notre Dame, and at the time, the coach of Notre Dame was Brian Kelly, who is now LSU's coach. You can see Tiger Stadium a little better, I think, now. You can see that over there. This traffic will stop. That's the ships, but you see it now. Over there past the ships and everything, that's Tiger Stadium. Death Valley, the real Death Valley. So yeah, that's kind of weird. The only other time I've ever seen him play anywhere outside of Tiger Stadium was in Nashville, which I'll be in Nashville again at the Music City Bowl, and Brian Kelly was the opposing coach, and this time it'll be a regular season game. It's not a bowl, and Brian Kelly is now our coach. So you can kind of see the stadium over there, kind of where we're parked at right here. It's hard to I hit the air conditioner button with my phone cable. There's Tiger Stadium over there. That's the Mississippi. That's all the ships and everything. Going down the mighty Mississippi. Going up, coming down. There's the other side over there. Just wanted to show you all that. We're almost done with the bridge, and I'll be in Baton Rouge and on my way. All right. Check in later. All right, another road update for y'all. This is northern Alabama, moving towards southern Tennessee. We're not quite to Huntsville. We're still a little ways out from Huntsville. We are past Birmingham, so in between Birmingham and Huntsville on I-65 north, heading into Tennessee. If you've never been to this part of the country, it's a lot different than Louisiana, where I'm from. You can see up ahead in the distance in the terrain, it's a lot of rolling hills and foothills. It's not really what I would call mountains per se, because you're not seeing like peaks or anything like that. But like even around the Nashville area, they call it more rolling hills, foothills. You can see like right now on the interstate, you can see like these big dips, and goes through a big valley, and then it comes back up, and then you just have all these hills. In Louisiana, we don't have anything like this. Some in North Louisiana, a little bit, but nothing quite this big. So if you've never really been out here, this is kind of what the terrain looks like. Like I said, this is Interstate 65 north between Birmingham and Huntsville. So it's still North Alabama heading towards South Tennessee, or going into Tennessee, the southern part of Tennessee on I-65. Now, if you were to go towards the Pigeon Forge and all that, there's obviously mountains over there, but here I've really never spent too much time or went through too much of Alabama in this part of Alabama, but I think it's more like what Nashville is. It's just kind of foothills, rolling hills, whatever you want to call it, and y'all can see kind of what it looks like. Once it opens up a little bit, I'll give you a better view. Like right now, we're kind of in the middle of a bunch of trees. I'm hoping it'll clear out here for a second so I can give y'all more of a aerial view. Looks like we're about to dip back down, but I think we're going to come up here in a second on the interstate. Just bear with me. And I don't know if y'all find this interesting, this type of terrain, and you've never really been out in this part of the country before. If you like this real hilly, a lot of woods, a lot of places to enjoy nature. Obviously, like I said, if you keep going east and you get all the real big tourist places, but even something like this, it's stuff for people to enjoy if you like the outdoors and this type of scenery. It is getting dark soon, so we're kind of seeing a little bit of you're getting that sunset kind of colored sky. Now we're heading kind of northeast, so behind us over that way is actually where the sun will be setting. So any of those like sunset skies or whatever mainly will be that direction. But all right, let's see. Once we get to the top of this hill, let's see if maybe it opens up a little bit and y'all can see it a little better. And I'm about 2.5 hours out of my destination, so almost there, about 75% of the way. See there, the sign says we're still 74 miles from Huntsville, so it gives you an idea where we're at. I don't know if we're gonna get a break in these trees or not. And when we're surrounded on both sides by trees, so it's like we're in this, you know, even when we come up on top of this hill, I was hoping it would open up, but it's preventing us from seeing the, you know, the landscape. So I was hoping it would open up a little bit for y'all so you can see. Like, it'd be nice to be in a helicopter right now and flying over. You could really see the terrain, but I don't know if it's gonna open up before it gets too dark for y'all to see. Maybe around this curve. We'll try this curve, and if not, then I'll just, you know, maybe wait and show you some of. Nashville has similar stuff, so I'll be able to show y'all some of that. It looks like it's just going to stay straight like this in the trees. So we're just surrounded by trees, so it's hard for us to see out in the distance and see all the hills and everything. But just wanted to give y'all a travel update, check in, and all right, catch you on the next check-in. Well, would you look at there? I don't know if that's the players' bus or if that's just some equipment or whatever, but that's the LSU bus. We're gonna be watching our boys on Saturday in Vanderbilt. I guess it is Thursday. I know they hit up usually this time of the week. So, like I said, I don't know if that's an equipment bus or that's the players' bus or what. But go Tigers! What up, everyone? So, technically day 2, because I arrived last night in Nashville at my buddy's house, but he went to work. You know, his wife, they went to work, did their thing, so I'm just kind of heading out. I'm gonna go get my hair cut, I think. Cool Springs at the mall, or around the mall. Then I'm gonna go to the mall and look at some stuff. Then I may go meet my buddy for his job, just kind of see what he's doing. I got dinner tonight with him and his mom. I don't think his dad's coming there, so I think she's going out of town. But it's kind of like a friend dinner tonight with, you know, him and his mom. And then tomorrow will be the game, LSU game. I'll probably have more, you know, I'll try to film some stuff around the game, or, you know, go into the stadium, something like that, the game itself, you know, things I think might be interesting for y'all to see. Today, I don't really think there's too much, you know, interesting that I'm going to see. I don't know. I don't even know if y'all care about, like, I know every city, depending on where you're from, every city has malls and stuff like that. Cool Springs area is a nice area. It's in Franklin, just south of Nashville. I used to work out there. I never lived in Franklin, but I lived, you know, close to Franklin, so I worked in Franklin for a while. It's a nice area. Kind of like a more expensive area, I guess, to live, but the mall is really nice out there, stuff like that. So, I mean, I could show y'all some of that, like in some video, but I'm not sure if y'all are interested in that, because I know just about everywhere you live, there are areas like that. So, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to run into anything today or have any footage from today that'll be interesting. Like I said, I have dinner tonight. After that, I'm probably going to, you know, like once we eat dinner, you know, we'll head back to my friend's house, unless he wants to go out or something somewhere else. But I kind of need to get up early tomorrow because it's an 11 a.m. game down in Vanderbilt, and I kind of want to get up early enough to. There's some places around here in Nashville that I guess like the LSU crowd, like, you know, people who are from here, that are LSU fans, or maybe just people from out of town. There'll be spots where they're like tailgating like before the game. I like to kind of maybe visit some of that before I head to the stadium. And like I said, I'll try to film more of that tomorrow, and I think there'll be some more interesting things for y'all to see in that regards. But just checking in. Like I said, this is technically day 2, and throughout the week, hopefully, I'll see some other cool stuff. I don't really have anything really planned to go like do anything like any kind of nature plans, outdoor plans or anything. Most everything I have planned is meeting with, I'm trying to meet with a bunch of different people and try to see everybody I can while I'm here, a bunch of friends and stuff. So most of all my little things that I'm booking is like lunches or, a dinner or something like that. So I don't really think that's things that are interesting. But we'll see. Like I said, today I'm not expecting anything to be, really worthy of taking video of, to show y'all. But we'll see. If I see something cool I think y'all might like, I'll, make a little clip about it. And then once I'm back home, so this will be like last week of October, that's when all this will be put out. So I'll, combine all these little clips into one video. It'll be just kind of like a travel vlog of the whole trip. So I'm not gonna like post this stuff along the way or anything. So yeah, all right. Well, bye for now. All right, so there's this little place called Double Dog before the game starts, like a pregame. Doing what you're supposed to do. So check in later when I'm at the game.
Yeah, heard.
They overtime loss.
They won?
Oh, overtime loss. But they still got a point.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Take that coffee.
Going into the stadium. Get ready.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, this is nice. All this is new.
That's a lie, I got that message from Bible. I love the head, so I don't open it. I got me paper, friends. I'll take that as a compliment. Got a house full of eyes, but I feel so the opposite. And confident ain't that angle. The Saturdays with your lavishes. Saturdays, I'm
Getting ready for game time. Do you see a break in the fence anywhere?
LSU
time, but we lost. So I'm gonna go down to some of the places I would hang out, you know, when I lived here. I know there's some post-game stuff going on. So there should be a bunch of LSU people down there, so we'll go cry in our beer together in a little while. But yeah, I'll show y'all around a little bit when I get there. All right, check in later. Well, we lost, so I'm over here at a place called Tin Roof. I'm gonna hang out here. My friend that's I'm staying with, he's at a wedding right now, so I'm gonna hang out here for a few hours and see what's up. Maybe they might swing through and pick me up. I'm gonna order some food, have a drink, chill out. I'll kind of show y'all the place. It's called the Mumbrim in Nashville. I'm kind of in the very back. If you look out that way, that's the main street where you first come in. And I'm in the very back. And behind me is pretty much nothing. I'm in the table by myself just because I'm flying solo, and my buddies, like I said, I knew when I came up to visit that they home. So I anticipated being kind of solo for some time today after the game. So later on, I think there's a place where a band's gonna set up. I might show y'all that if the band starts up here in a little bit to play like a live band. I don't know how good you'll hear the audio. If it's too loud, I know the phone cuts out the audio, but maybe if I leave here, I go somewhere else, I'll show y'all where I'm at. But this is the Mumbrim Street in Nashville, down in a place called Midtown, and it's a place called Tin Roof. So, and this section right here is all LSU stuff. So they kind of pre-planned like a post-game meet-up for all the LSU fans here, so that's why there's LSU stuff everywhere. But yeah, that's pretty much for now, and I'll check in with you guys later. Go Tigers. So, getting kind of towards the end of the night, I'm still waiting on my ride, so I'm still down here in Tin Roof on the Mumbrim. It's pretty cool. This was like the LSU designated like post-game place, so it was pretty cool. Great atmosphere. Even though we lost, it was still a cool time. I mean, anytime you get a bunch of people from Louisiana, I met so many people tonight, so had a lot of fun. Wish the game would have went better, but that's how it goes sometimes. So, yeah, the rest of the week, like, I have a Preds game to go to. Other than that, I'll just, make little clips here and there of stuff I come across maybe that I think y'all might find interesting, stuff like that. But mostly it's just like little luncheons and dinners or with friends, trying to get everybody, try to visit everybody while I'm here, But yeah. All right, I'll check in next update here in a little while. See ya.
Hey y'all, good morning. It's Sunday morning. I'm heading to church. I'm gonna show y'all there's a way you can watch the church live stream. So like when I'm back in Louisiana, I don't have a church home yet back in Louisiana because the church I grew up in is not there anymore. And so I normally just watch the live stream service of this church because I went here for a long time for the years I lived here. So I'll share that with y'all for any of you are interested in watching the service every morning. But that's actually where I'll be today in person. I'm going to try to go, and I'm going to attend both services so I can try to see as many people as I can. Some of the people I know go to first service, some people go to second service. And then after that, I'm meeting my friend that I'm staying with. He's going to meet me somewhere for lunch. So I'll kind of give a picture here of my drive. It's kind of rainy. A little storm blew through last night overnight. It's supposed to clear up, but it's temperature's dropped. It's like in the 60s now, which doesn't feel too bad. But this is over by like Donaldson area, the airport. That's where my friend lives. The area that I'm headed to go to church is West End area. So like it's kind of West Nashville area, southwest Nashville, something like that. So yeah, I'll check in throughout the day again today, and just if anything else come across that's pretty cool. I'm gonna show you all these clouds right here though. They're kind of cool. I don't know if y'all are into stuff like that, but I'm a weather nerd, so I like storm systems and clouds and things like that. If I come across anything interesting today, I'll share it with y'all. All right, check in later. All right, y'all. Guess this is technically day 5. Kind of day 4, because when I drove in, I didn't really do nothing that night. I got in kind of late, but going to meet a buddy over in like the west part of Nashville, Charlotte Pike area. I'm going to eat lunch with him, and then meeting another friend tonight for dinner on the other side of town. But right now I don't really have anything to show as far as on the drive. I mean, not really too much. But once I get over to West Nashville, I'll kind of show you all a little bit that area. That's where I spent most of my time, like that Charlotte West End area, down there to Bellevue, and kind of over to Brentwood, Old Hickory Boulevard, all that. So after we eat today, I'm not sure. He said he's got to do a couple of things after we eat, so he's going some places today. But I may just break apart and just kind of show y'all a little bit before I have to meet my other friend this afternoon. Show y'all a little bit of the areas where I kind of, I guess you could say, ran around, stomping grounds. I'll maybe go by the state park that I worked at, Radnor Lake. Maybe go by there and show y'all Radnor Lake. That's where I did an internship when I was in college. It's like a seasonal ranger. It's a really neat park. You're like 10 minutes from downtown Nashville, and it's a natural area. So it's a it's a state park. It's not a natural area is a little different than a state park. You can't you can't fish. There's a lake there in the center of it, but you can just walk the trails and just enjoy nature. Is pretty much all you can do. You can't like barbecue. You can't cook. Can't take anything out of the park, stuff like that. So may show you all that, or like I said, just some of the area over there where I consider like my area. When I lived here, that was kind of like the area I spent most of my time in. But tomorrow night will be the Predators game. Sorry, I'm all congested. My voice sounds stuffy. I guess it's just allergies. But I'll try to get some footage of the Preds game, in and around, inside, stuff like that. I think I'm having another lunch tomorrow with a friend and his dad before the game, and may do a couple other things tomorrow before the game. So I may have some footage from some of that. But Wednesday will be just like lunch. I have a lunch and a dinner booked with 2 different people. Thursday, I have a morning appointment booked with someone to visit them. Kind of like an early breakfast, not really breakfast, but just kind of like a meet-up coffee, I guess you could say. And then Thursday night, I think I might be going to like a show with a buddy of mine or something. And then that'll be it. Then I'll head to the second part of the trip, which will be Atlanta for the weekend. And then I'll head back to Louisiana. So check back in later when I have something to show y'all. Alright. I'm going to show y'all a little bit of downtown. I'm going to be passing by the downtown area here in a second. You can see some of the buildings in the background. I've been here like a few years ago. It was the last time I was here. I moved away in 2016, but I came up for a wedding. It seems like every time I come up, it still looks like Nashville, but it's changing so much. There's like tons of new buildings built, and they're still building more. But that's the skyline. It's kind of crazy from what I used to. I remember what it used to look like, and now it's like there's so many more buildings. And yesterday evening, I was down there with a friend, kind of driving in that area closer to downtown, and I still saw several construction cranes. So I guess they're still building more high rises. A lot of them are like housing, it looks like. I guess they're condominiums or maybe just high rise apartments. I'm not sure, but I'm sure some of the other buildings are something else, some kind of corporate buildings or something like that. But yeah, this is moving into downtown, so you can see the the city skyline. I know there's some trees and stuff in the way. I'm hoping it'll clear out a little bit. So you can see more of it. I'll try to pan if I can. Pan over this way a little bit to the left, but you can see a pretty good bit of buildings. That one you see to the far right has like the 2 points on it. I don't know if you can still see it. When you're looking at it from a different angle, it kind of looks like everybody always calls it the Batman building with the Batman mask, had the 2 pointed ears on either side of it. It was the Bell South building for a long time. I'm not sure if that's still what it is, but that's all over there. You can't really see it now because we're turning away from it on the interstate, but it's back that direction. We'll see whenever I get up here if I can see it, but that's kind of like I guess you can say famous. Like ever since I moved here, when I first moved here like years ago, that's what everybody told me. That's the Batman building. So that's the name they've had. So that building's been here for the entire time I've ever lived in Nashville, but a lot of these other buildings are not. I think you'll get to see some of them here in a second. Yeah, here we go. I'll show y'all. So that's kind of like, you can see well, let me do it this way. So you can see all the buildings downtown and the new ones being built. It's kind of crazy. There's some like new high-rises right here, apartments or whatever that they've built. Like all this area. Still, you can see the cranes there, so they're still building more. Like none of this was here the last time I was here. I don't remember seeing any of this stuff. I don't remember if I came to downtown last time at all. I was kind of more south of town last time for the wedding. I kind of stayed in that area, but yeah, I just wanted to show y'all some of downtown if you've never seen it. So this is like Interstate 40, heading 40 west, going down through Nashville downtown, and this is kind of what you would see. And like I said, a lot of this looks so different than it did when I lived here years ago. When I first moved to Nashville, it's grown like crazy. But you can still see them, and they have all these high rises like this. But there's one they're still working on right there. So yeah, just wanted to show you all that. And I don't know if you've ever been to Nashville, but if you come and you see all this stuff, just know that the last time I was here, it wasn't here. So they're constantly building. So next time I come, who knows? I may not even recognize it. But anyway, that was kind of like the downtown area. So, and the Capitol's over there too, in the downtown area. So, all right. Okay, so we're moving down like Charlotte Pike now. This is kind of heading like towards Bellevue on Charlotte Pike south. This is it's kind of nostalgia driving through this area. I spent a lot of time in this, this area. There's all kinds of stuff right here that used to not be here. Like all that on this side of the road here, this Bank of America, this McDonald's. The other side, that apartment complex, or that strip mall over there, and it had like a bowling alley in it. I'm not sure if it still does, but I couldn't see them. There's a bunch of stuff now. Nashville West is what they call it. That's what the sign says right there. That's what they call this area. You'll see that. That looks like it's got some businesses built in there too that weren't there before. So yeah, it's a nice, they have houses on this side. I mean, it's a nice little area to live. Like I said, I lived over here and spent a lot of time over here. There's some kind of temple or something. I don't know what that is. I wasn't there. But yeah, I just wanted to, again, there's the sign, Nashville West. Just wanted to show you all this. I'm driving to pick up a friend who lives over here. Alright guys, I'm at a Preds game tonight with a buddy, so I'm going to show y'all around a little bit. The game's about to start. If you've ever been to a hockey game or bought me a new hat. I was going to show you inside the store, but it was kind of busy in there. So this is like the bottom level where the store and a bunch of restaurants and stuff. You can see this. It's kind of a view. And I'll show some more once we get in there, like of the game and everything. But all right, later. So tonight is a Star Wars theme. So they have like Star Wars stuff.
Sorry. They have R2D2 rolling around. I don't know how they're controlling it or whatever, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. We wanted to give y'all some footage from inside the game. It's an intermission right now. Yeah, I'll go out to the outside here, you know, like the hallways, and come a little bit more later. But I just want to show a little bit about what the game's about. I'll try to catch some cool like moments and stuff during the game too. This is where the seats are at. So our row and the row in front of us got chose to do like a game. So we're gonna have to like pass something back and forth across this row. It's gonna be like during one of the breaks or whatever. And whichever row wins gets like a prize. So I'm gonna see if I can get somebody to record the Jumbotron so y'all can see. But I'll be on one of the teams and I should be on the Jumbotron. So it should be pretty cool. I've never got chosen for anything like this before. So.
Are my rows ready to roll? All the way down, all the way back in 3, 2, 1, go! And they're off! Which row is going to get free Sonic? Our friends at Sonic trying to hook it up. It's going all the way down. What's going to get back first? The burner slowed down. Sonic's lucky win! Free Sonic 3 in a row. Thank you, our friends at Sonic. Amazing partners of ours here.
We won some free Sonic. Our row won. I don't know what it has in it.
Oh, they go to the.
Alright, so the second period just ended. We'll come out in the 48 and show y'all some stuff that's going on. So I'm just going to show y'all around random stuff. Sorry I'm all congested. Y'all can probably see my nose is red. I have bad allergies tonight. So I'm going to show y'all the what they call the locker room. This is where I got my hat tonight. That's going down into the Fred store locker room. It's just like all the concessions and everything. Sorry. I'm gonna look for some of those Star Wars people. If I can find some. I've already done it. Thank you. So like there's some elevators that go different levels, different floors. This is just some of like the vendors and everything back that way. There's some more that have stairs both ways, restrooms. Let's see if I can find some of the Star Wars stuff. I don't see them anymore. They were out earlier. They had like stormtroopers and stuff like that walking around. You can see everybody, not everybody, but some people's clothes, like there was stuff they're wearing in Star Wars themes. That's the for the fire department, first responders, stuff like that. That's the jerseys that people got tonight, the Star Wars jerseys. Cotton candy machines, beer there. You can see it's pretty big, and you can walk around. There's all these like different vendor machines here. This one, I don't know, this is cookies right here. There's like a little bar in there as well. So pretty cool. That's outside over here. Next. So this leads to like outside. That's like down on Broadway. This is like where the corner of Broadway meets. So if you look out there, that's where most people go to hang out when they're in town, like tourists and everything. So that's downtown Nashville, the start of it. Palm restaurant, stuff like that. That's some stairs that go up where we were earlier. We actually got our seats upgraded. We were going to sit in a different section, but they upgraded us to where we are now. So we're a little better than where we were before. So, but yeah, that's. I'm about to run to the restroom and then head back in. Head back into the game, but I just wanted to show y'all a little bit. If you've never been to I know most stadiums are the same. I'll show y'all kind of what it looks like when you're going down to your seats. So you have these little tunnels here, and I know each stadium is different, but this is, you know, Nashville. So if you come to Nashville to watch the Predators, this is like the ice from we're over there on that side, but this just gives you a view of what it looks like out here. They're doing the ice cleaning with between periods. Like I said, our seats are over there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, I'll try to get something else if I pass by somebody that has like there's somebody like they're dressed up like Darth Vader or something, or one of the not Darth Vader, but one of the Dork Lords or whatever. Yeah, but they actually had like the RTD2 that I showed you earlier. They had like stormtroopers and stuff. I think those people work for the Predators, but some of the other guests and stuff also. They also dress like that, but I think some of them actually work for the Predators organization that dressed up as well. So, all right. Well, like I said, if I see something cool, like like any more of the Star Wars stuff, I'll show y'all. But I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I found some more Star Wars stuff. There's Darth Vader and a Stormtrooper. I thought they were going to fight. It'd be cool if they did though, right? Yeah, everybody's just taking pictures with them. So that's pretty cool though. We lost. It's an okay game, I guess. 5-3. That's pretty bad. Like not even really close, but I enjoyed it. I got to be here again. It's been a while since I've been to a Preds game, so yeah. Better luck next time. I don't know when I'll get to make another one, but I had fun. Hope y'all got to, experience a little bit of it. And when I put this video together, hopefully it's some good footage or whatever. So. Talk to y'all later. All right. So another day. I'm heading to meet someone for a lunch, and then I have another dinner planned this evening. So that's kind of what today is. Basically, in between, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. It's kind of hard to get in touch with somebody else and book something because I don't know how long these things will last.
I'm actually meeting a professor for lunch today, where I went to school, and I'll be on campus. So probably after our lunch, I'll probably hang around campus and kind of maybe go visit and see who else is, there as far as professors that I knew. Say hi to them, and kind of getting to the end of the week here in Nashville. After today, I have another meeting early in the morning, kind of like a breakfast thing with someone, and then I have a thing to go to tomorrow night, and then I leave out Friday. So I'll be heading to Atlanta. The Preds game was last night. I mean, y'all see all that in the video when I edit all this, put it together. Not a good outcome, but I still had fun. That was cool. And try to maybe show y'all around a little bit today. I showed some of the campus the other day because I went and brought a friend after lunch. We went and walked around campus a little bit, show him. He went to a different college down the street. He had never really been on Lipscomb's campus. So yeah, so that's what's planned today. And I don't know really. We'll see what I come across, and I think I might be able to, or I might be able, might be entertaining for y'all. I guess is the best way to put it. Sorry, my head's still cloudy. My allergies have been terrible the last few days. It's already started this morning. Taking an allergy pill, and I even took some nose spray on top of that. But we'll see. Hopefully it gets better. But all right, I'll check back in with y'all in the next clip. Okay, so now we've left the Vanderbilt area, and we're heading down Hillsborough Pike into like Green Hills area. Once we get over by the mall, that's where I'll be tomorrow morning for I'm meeting someone there for like talk, sit and talk or whatever. But right at like when we're in that area by the mall, just left of that, like you can't see it from on Hillsborough Pike, but not very far away, just like a few minutes away is where I just came from when I came from Lipscomb. So that's kind of, Lipscomb's right on the outside of this little Green Hills area. But it's a pretty nice area. I'll kind of, when I pass in front of the mall, up here, I'll try to leave it on here for a minute so you can see. But yeah, I'll show you like some of the restaurants and stuff around the mall, like the basically the entrance into the mall. I'm not going to turn in because I'm going, like I said, I'm going to meet a friend, a couple I know from church. I'm going to have dinner at their house, and it never did route me to get on West End. So West End Avenue runs parallel with this road, runs south, but this road is, both of them are busy. This one gets really busy though sometimes. When I lived here, I tried to avoid this road at all possible, especially this time of day, because it was always, the traffic was like always backed up. But it doesn't seem too bad today. I mean, it's backed up a little bit, but I mean, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and it's, I remember when I lived here, this road was a road that you moved a few feet at a time and then had to stop again, like all the way down until you got kind of out of town, heading towards into Belmead, that area. So, and you can actually see, I don't know if you all can see that from here, but right on the side of the street right there, there's a little sign showing Lipscomb. See, that's the university I went to. There's a sign saying, so in other words, if you turn at this light right here that's ahead of us, if you turn in that way, you can go to Lipscomb that way. But that's not where we're going. That's not the direction I'm heading right now. Like I said, I'm going to meet someone for dinner, so I'm going to their house. They live kind of south of town, and we're about 25 minutes away. I'm not going to record the whole trip, but we're really close to being down like in the center of Green Hills, where that's what I consider the center where the mall is. And like I said, this is where I'll be tomorrow morning. It won't be quite this busy tomorrow morning because early in the morning when I'm here, that type of day, or that time of day, there's a lot less traffic. But I'm going to show you all this right now because I'm passing by, and you can kind of get a more accurate representation of what this area is like most of the time. It's, bustling with people, and I mean, this is a weekday, so, but like in the weekend, the mall area, there's a movie theater over here, there's, all that stuff, so you get all that other restaurant traffic and all that stuff too, on top of just the commute that people are using this road for, getting where they need to go. So during the weekend, you have a lot more people doing the other stuff. So this right here, as you can see, this is kind of like the entrance where you would turn into the mall. You see over there, they're building something new over there, but there's the Carrabba's right there. Actually, a lot of this looks like they're building stuff. It kind of looks different, but that's where you turn into the mall right here. That's the mall over there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a Macy's right there up front. There's a Cheesecake Factory. There's other stuff. There's a movie theater back there. So there's several things. But I'm about to see how it gets more trees up ahead. That's kind of what the drive's gonna look like. It's pretty, especially this time of year. The drive down this way, you know, you start to see all the carotenoids, which is like, you know, your other pigments besides chlorophyll in the trees and the leaves and everything. Things start turning color. I've seen some, but I haven't seen very many. It's not like in full bloom yet, where you know in the fall you see all the different color leaves. That hasn't happened yet, but I see some. It's starting to happen. So the rest of this drive, once I leave like this little area here, it's going to be more like that. It's going to be trees and people's, you know, they have people's houses and everything on the side of the roads, but a lot of them are houses with big yards. And they're just, as you get into Brentwood, same thing. When you get into Franklin, and some of them's even more. You get more like I don't know if you call them ranch style homes, but like you'll see a really nice big home, but you'll see like a huge yard, like a huge field. So however you would describe that. But it's pretty, and like I said, I recommend if you come to town, come visit this side of town, even if it's just a drive through. If you don't stop and eat or go to the mall or anything, just to drive down this Hillsboro area, this Green Hills, where I came from. I came down from Broadway all the way down through Vanderbilt on 21st, and you know, all the way down. If you just stay on this road, you'll pass all this, and it's just a pretty drive. So I guess I'm promoting, like, you know, the tourist parts or whatever, just some things to do if anybody's going to travel here that's watching this. This is a cool area to see and visit. It's really nice over here. All right, I don't know if I'll do anything else tonight, if I'll jump back on here at any point and record anything else. So probably the next segment show will be sometime tomorrow, either in the morning before I meet with my friend, actually it's my pastor, or afterwards, probably afterwards. I'll have a break in the middle of the day where I don't really have anything scheduled. Might show y'all some stuff then, and then like I said, I have a show with my friend, and that'll pretty much wrap up my Nashville part of the trip. So as you can see now, we're getting out of that area, and you can see, I mean, some of these are like apartments. There's Four Seasons right there. It's like a little community, apartment community, but some of these are, you know, they're really nice, you can tell. But as we get further, you can see up ahead on the road, it's going to be more residential, you know, homes and stuff like that, but really nice property. Okay, so this is the entrance into Radnor Lake. You turn off the main road on Granny White. I'm going to show y'all what it looks like when you're pulling into the park. You're passing some homes and stuff when you first pull in off this road, and then you get, you know, not even a quarter mile off the road, and there's the sign, Radnor Lake State Park, established in 1973 with the shield on it. And here is like the parking lot. You don't go in this way, you have to go straight and then come back around and pull in. There's another entrance to the park on the other side, off of, that would be, what road is that? This is Granny White side. There's one off of, that's not Harding. I'll have to look on the map. I can't remember what the other side, but this is like there's trails right here when you first pull in. You can just start walking. There's also a visitor center over here, you can see. So when I worked here, like, we spent some time here in the visitor center, but we also worked all around the park. So like I said, I'm just gonna pull through the parking lot here. This is the west parking lot. That's what that sign right here says. The other one's on the other side of the park, and I can't remember what road that is. Let me look real quick on my, just see on my phone. Let's see. Granny White. Let me pull in real quick over here. This is just like the parking area, and like I said, you there's trailheads right here that enter the parking lot. Like as soon as you park, you can start walking, or you can go in the visitor center, check that out, or you can go to, like I said, around the other way. That would be Franklin Park, or Franklin Pike, sorry. So I believe if you take Franklin Pike, like if you were to go out on that side of the park, you can't drive through the park anymore. I'll try to show you all a little bit of that later on when I come after my meeting with my friend. I'll come back over here and I'll walk a little bit and I'll show you. There's bollards. There's a road that runs through the whole park, but when I worked here a few years ago, there's places where it washed out really bad, like the road, just over time, you know, like from landslides and stuff. So the road's not a passable road anymore. Back in the day, it used to be for people who lived around here. You know, you can actually drive straight through the park. You can't do that anymore, but back in the day, like you could drive straight through and come out at the Franklin Pike side. So now you just have to drive around. It's not that far of a drive if you want to go around and go to the Franklin Pike side. Jack White lives over there in that neighborhood, like the singer. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with him, but if you come out on that side, if you come from downtown, I believe Franklin Pike turns into, I believe that's 9th Avenue South or 12th Avenue South, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while, but I think that road just turned into something. So yeah, so that's the Franklin Pike. This side here comes from where I was at yesterday at Lipscomb, directly down from Lipscomb, and it just follows Granny White, because Granny White, so Lipscomb University on one side is Belmont Boulevard. If you're on the other side of Lipscomb University, you're on Granny White Pike. So if you take the Granny White Pike side, that's what road this is on. So you just follow all the way down here south, and then the entrances. I'll pull back out here and show y'all. And this is the entrance you saw me pull in. Like I said, when you pull in, you can't go any further. You saw down there when I turned. You have to turn into the park, because they have bollards in the road that prevent you from driving any further. And like I said, this is what it looks like when you exit, and you're just driving down. There's some neighborhood, there's some houses and stuff here before you get to the park off of this road. I don't remember the name of this road. It'll be I'm sure they'll have a sign when we first turn in, because it's always just been off of Granny White Pike. I don't know what the actual park address is. I can't remember. Otter Creek Road. That's right. This is Otter Creek Road. Now it hit me when I said that, the address of the park, because I did have to write down some things when I worked there sometimes. But so this is Otter Creek Road off of Granny White Pike. When you're on Granny White Pike, there's no sign like where you're turning in right here. I don't believe there's a sign that says anything about the park. Like you can see those signs there. There's no like park or sign. There's Otter Creek showing you're on Otter Creek Road if you turn right here, but there's no like sign saying Radnor Lake. You just kind of have to know that it's on Otter Creek Road. So like I said, you head south on Granny White Pike, like out of the Hillsboro area, or Lipscomb area, Green Hills, that whole area. You head south until you get to Otter Creek Road, and then you turn left off of Granny White, and it brings you right into the park. So right now I'm turning out of there, and I'm going to go left, so I'm heading towards Brentwood. There's a little gas station right there on my right, Granny White Market, and I don't need gas right now. I may wait and get gas in Brentwood or something. But I'm heading towards Brentwood, and then I can show you a little bit of Brentwood when I get there. It's a nice area too. I was there, or I kind of passed through there the other day. I'm not sure. I don't remember what if I got any footage of that area or not. But I'll show you a little bit more of that. I mean, this is kind of what it looks like out here. Really nice homes, really nice drive. A lot of these homes some of them are really big and like mansions, and some of them are just like kind of houses that have been here. You know, they're a little older, but they're still nice. The yards are all nice. You know, like the whole area is just you can tell when you're driving through this area that it's a nicer place, nicer side of town. People with money live out here or whatever. See, there's some of that house looks like theirs getting remodeled or whatever. But so there's some homes like that, but there's a mix. Sometimes you'll see a little older home that's been there for a long time. Maybe somebody just owned that property. It's been in the family for a long time. But some of these houses are pretty extravagant. I mean, they're really nice. Some of them are mansions, but It's a nice drive. This is going towards Brentwood. We'll be in Brentwood here shortly, so just wanted to show you all the area. This is Granny White Pike. Okay, I'll check in here in a little bit when I get to Brentwood. Okay, so now we're entering Brentwood. Same type of kind of like area. You can see the homes and stuff. Maybe I can see that. It's a really nice area. So I'm coming up to Old Hickory Boulevard, and I'm going to turn right. I'm heading like kind of west, and it'll bring you towards like Bellevue in that area. But there's a church there, but there's like a little center over there. It actually has a chiropractic office over there. I've been there before. A friend of mine, their family has a chiropractor office over there. But I'm going to be going west on Old Hickory Boulevard, and I'll just give you all a little bit of footage from Old Hickory Boulevard. You can see the rolling hills. I mean, that's kind of what this whole area is. Show y'all some of the homes and stuff along Old Hickory Boulevard. You know, I can see like what it looks like, and it does have a park over here as well, Percy Warner Park, and there's like a neighborhood over there to give you an idea. The Percy Warner Park is pretty large. There's several entrances, but there's one here off where we'll pass the park. There's an entrance, and then it comes in and meets Highway 100 South. And if you take that to the left, you go south, you'll go towards like the Loveless Cafe and Chaffin's Born and all that kind of stuff. So if you take it right, you'll end up going back towards Nashville, or Belmead, which is heading back towards Nashville. We were in Belmead yesterday. I think I may have some footage from that, or I don't remember if I showed you any footage of Belmead, but it's also a really nice place to live. I mean, people are very wealthy that live in Belmead. But this is just some of the Brentwood, you know, kind of neighborhoods and stuff. And as you can see, it's a it's a nicer area. Homes are really big and nice, and you know the property, you know, it's rolling hills and just it's really cool. So this is the Brentwood area, and like I said, we'll be passing in front of Percy Warner Park here in a minute. Then we'll be kind of like in the Bellevue area, and that's the area I'm going to be meeting, I think, my friend. So I may get some footage again here in a little while of some of the other areas that I passed, but just wanted to show you a little bit of like the Brentwood area heading west into like Bellevue. This is a lot of the area. I didn't never live over here, but I was always like traveling through this area when I lived in Nashville. I was just kind of like I was commuting when I worked around your lake, or just other places where I lived in Bellevue. So this road, I spent a lot of time on Old Hickory Boulevard, commuting places. So it'd be nice to have one of those big houses like that, but it's not where I am in life right now. So like I said, I'm just showing you all the Brentwood area, and then maybe here in a little while I'll turn it back on if I see something I think y'all might like to see. Okay, hope y'all enjoying the drive so far. I hope this video is turning out good. When I get it all together and edit it, we'll see. But all right, check in here a little bit. Hey y'all, so I just left. Me and my friend, I went and met. We didn't go eat or anything. We actually went to a park over there in Bellevue, Edwin Warner Park. We went walking, talk, you know, just kind of walk through the park. I was going to, when I left there, swing back by Radnor Lake and show y'all, like, kind of walk into the park a little bit and show you the lake. But my other friend, the one I'm staying with, he asked me to go meet him on the other side of town. I thought he was gonna be working until a little bit later, but he wants me to kind of, the rest of the stuff he has to do is out of the office today. So I'm actually gonna go hook up with him earlier, and I leave tomorrow, so I'm not gonna get to show y'all any of the park at Radnor Lake today. So like I thought I would. So like I said, I don't know what tonight's gonna be like, this evening or whatever, when we get to like whatever we're doing, the shows or whatever. If I see an opportunity to make like a little video or something and show y'all something, I'll do it. But I'm not sure how it's gonna be. I don't want to be rude or anything. So if not, then I'll pick back up tomorrow once I head to Atlanta and show y'all some of that. But All right, check in later. Okay, so I know I told you I was gonna come over here and meet my friend because I wasn't gonna go to the park and show y'all, but my friend called and he said he was gonna just grab a bite where he was. He didn't feel like waiting on me to come all the way over here and meet him. I'm still not sure exactly where he's at. I'm not with him yet, but he said just go ahead and grab you a bite. So one of the things I've been waiting for this whole week, so I'm excited, very excited, is this place here I'm about to show you. It's by far, of any place I've ever had a hamburger, Louisiana, Tennessee, Texas, anywhere, by far the most amazing hamburger I've ever had. And I'm going to show you what the building looks like. It's a little small building and you just have a drive-through. And if you can see the sign over there by the road, it's called Fat Mo's. And this is on 8th Avenue South, I believe is where I'm at. I think it's 8th. Could be 12th. But if you're in Nashville, and a lot of kind of fancy burger places now, they popped up a few years ago. But I've eaten at some of them. But I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if it's back home, wherever. I've never had a burger this good. This is my favorite burger place. So I'm gonna grab one of these and I'll show y'all what it looks like before I devour it. But just wanted to kind of share this with y'all. And then yeah, best burgers in the world, Fat Mo's in Nashville. All right, be back in a minute. Okay, I just wanted to show y'all what the burger looks like. I unwrapped it so I can show you. They have like a quarter pound, a half pound, and a full pound burger. It comes with seasoned fries, but has barbecue sauce. I don't even eat mushrooms, but it has mushrooms, but I just eat it because it's the way they make it, it's just perfect. Bacon, you can get, whatever if you don't want something on it. I get it with no tomatoes because I don't like tomatoes on my burger or anywhere. But yeah, it's the best burger in the world, I'm telling you. I've never had a burger better than this place. And this is like, there was for years, like it was my Sunday routine. Every Sunday that I would go and get one of these and go sit on the couch and just eat, sometimes I get the full pound or whatever and just be lazy the rest of the day. I mean, they're so good. And I miss these burgers so much. So Fat Mo's, and if you're ever in Nashville, Tennessee, and again, that's what the building looks like. And you can't see the sign from here. I think their website is fatmos.org. But I just wanted to show you all this. So if you're in Nashville, Tennessee, come try Fat Mo's. I'd love to know what you think about it. All right, and like we say in Louisiana, I'm about to manger, so I'll check with y'all later. So I'm downtown Nashville. This is a place called Cannery. It's like a building with a group of different venues in it. Just wanted to show y'all a little bit from the balcony here. There's a show going on tonight in there. That's what I was telling y'all about with my buddy. I'm just going to here, high rises out there, some other buildings, some hotels, and just you can see a piece of the Nashville, but just one view of downtown, kind of what it looks like. There's people over there lined up by the street for the show. So, yeah. Check in again later. All right, y'all. Today is Friday, so I'll be actually driving to Atlanta today. I'm getting all my stuff packed, about to leave my friends. Just wanted to show y'all this. I have my shops on vacation mode right now, but my friend's wife, she sold this on Etsy. She's about to send it out today. So I got some kind of little dish for whatever, candy or whatever. She bought it for $2. I think she sold it for like $30. So I just want to give you all a shot of that. Pretty cool. What's up, y'all? I'm about to leave Nashville, heading down to Atlanta. I don't know if I'll see anything along the way on the drive I see maybe that y'all might be interested in. If I do, I'll take a little clip, but I mean, heading out of town and all that, I don't think y'all are going to want to see any of that scenery. But if I come across something cool on my way or something while I'm in Atlanta, I'll take a little clip. All right, check in later. Okay, so it routed me a different way real quick. Just want to show you a little bit. I'm in Tullahoma, Tennessee. That's kind of what it looks like here. You can. This is an open spot, so you can kind of see a lot of the foothills and rolling hills. But I actually do remember going 24 East out of Nashville. Once I got on 24 East, I went down to Fiery Gizzard, which is down by Chattanooga, for one of the things for college. So I do remember that, but I'm not sure if this is going to route me back onto 24. We just passed over it, and the traffic is standstill going 24 east, heading towards Atlanta. So I guess that's why it routed me off of it. And just wanted to show you a little bit of this back country off the interstate. I think this is Tullahoma, somewhere down here. We just passed like Arnold Air Force Base a minute ago. But I'll check back in later. Like I said, in college, we went down here and in a backpacking class, had to stay at a place called Fiery Gizzard up on top of a mountain. It was like a assignment we had to do. But this is kind of what it looks like, all this rock wall on the side of you. Nashville has some of this, but not quite like this. My ears are popping, so we're already going up in elevation, I can tell. But yeah, out here towards Chattanooga, there's some mountains and stuff like Rock City. But this that sign right there says Swanee. I believe that's a college down here. So yeah, this is kind of just what it looks like on your way to Chattanooga. Those rock walls we just passed. You can see the sign for Fiery Gizzard. That's where we went. We just passed the sign right there. But from here, I'll be crossing in, to Georgia, North Georgia, probably here in a little while. It says I have 2 hours and 45 minutes left of my trip to Atlanta. So just wanted to show you a little bit of this part of Tennessee. All right. So here's some more what it looks like. As you can see, it has a sign we just passed. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it tells you it's like 55 miles an hour, and this is the interstate, but it's because of it says 6% grade on your, how you're driving down. You can see, see how it's got like hills. There's a runaway thing right there for 18-wheelers, that little ramp that just went up right there. I guess if they're going down this slope too fast or whatever, see how it says 6% grade. It has a sign right here saying truck runaway ramp, another one at 3/4 of a mile, but it's hard to see off to my right, but that's like a big valley, and you can see up there ahead of us, it's like the trees. I don't know if, hopefully y'all can see it pretty good, but the trees right here along the side of the interstate, and then it drops off into a big valley, and then up there, that's like, kind of like stuff like this, like, I guess these are kind of considered mountains up here. It's more than what, now Nashville has some ridges and stuff and some high points, but down through here, like you can see like all around it to the side, out there, can y'all see that? So like off the interstate, you can see that's a deep valley right there, kind of, and then over here you can see all the different elevation changes. Y'all see that? Hopefully y'all can. I don't know if y'all can get a good view of that, but so I wish I had somebody with me filming. But anyway, that's just kind of what it looks like down here, this part of Tennessee, lower Tennessee, getting into northern Alabama. So, all right, later on. In case y'all never seen it, this is like some of the downtown Atlanta, like some of the buildings and stuff. I don't know where this road's about to take me, so it might not get any more good shots or views of some of the buildings like this, but just wanted to show y'all so y'all can see a little bit of kind of downtown. This ain't probably downtown, but this is like, I don't know, some of it maybe. Anyway, all right, I'll go over in this little deal right here, this little, I think I gotta curve back around and y'all see some of the buildings. I don't know how far I am from like the downtown, like, I don't know, all that, but I know Atlanta's very big, so anyway, that's some of it. You can see in the distance there's more buildings right here, more buildings, so just a little bit of the Atlanta area. It looks like it's routing me kind of away from the town now, so all right, check in later. showing y'all a little bit of downtown Atlanta as I'm leaving out. You can see it goes on for quite a bit. You can see ahead. I'm not going to film the whole thing. You can see like the buildings we're driving beside right now, all these big tall buildings. It just goes and goes and goes. Seems like it does. It's nothing like New York, I'm sure. I've never been to New York, but Atlanta's a pretty big city. So if you've never been here, this is kind of, I'm on 85 and 75 South. I guess they're both. That's kind of what the sign says, but I'm waiting to get on 85 South ahead. I think it's going to route me through through Alabama and then meet I-10 somewhere along Mobile or something like that. So we'll see, but just want to show a little bit more of Atlanta before I head out. Also wanted to say that I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to film on the way back, because the phone I'm using, I have this extra phone for for filming and stuff, and it's getting full, and I have not had a chance to like go through. Once I edit some of these videos and everything, especially when I start to put it together, I can delete them. But for right now, all the little clips and stuff is taking up a lot of room. And the other day it told me I was out of space already, so I had to I deleted what I could. I can't delete anything that I haven't had a chance to edit yet. So obviously that stuff will be done later. But so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to film, but I'll try to get some more stuff on the drive back home today. All right. So I'm almost to Interstate 10, which will be my last interstate to get on. I'll take that all the way to where I live in Louisiana. I did stop in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm close to Mobile now, but stopped and I just kind of last minute reached out to a friend to see if they were available to say hi, and did that. So like I said, I'm in Mobile pretty much, about to get on I-10, so I'm not really sure. I haven't really seen anything. It's just interstate. I don't know if y'all would be interested in seeing that. But if I come across anything interesting, I'll make another little video before I end this trip. All right, over now.